Why is the BBC pushing identity politics and woke ideology so hard? This is a question we've asked many times. Why has it seemingly transformed from a once respected news outlet into a relentless mouthpiece for radical gender ideology, divisive identity politics, and the endless policing of speech? Well, perhaps as always, we should have followed the money. It's now been confirmed that BBC Media Action, the international development arm of the BBC, has been taking money from USAID, the US government's foreign aid agency. According to the figures released, it amounts to 8% of their income in 2023 to 24. Some of this money is spent on training journalists, and let's remember that money always comes with strings attached. There is no free lunch, as they say. USAID is not just a humanitarian charity organisation, it's an instrument of US foreign policy. Under previous administrations, especially under Obama and Biden, USAID has made gender ideology, radical feminism and identity politics a core part of its global agenda. It pushes LGBT activism and gender policies under the guise of development and democracy building abroad. Elon Musk has led a civilian review of the federal government with Trump's go-ahead and decided to review the USAID spending. It's been revealed that tens of millions of US taxpayers' dollars are being spent by USAID on some shocking woke projects, like the condoms for Afghanistan under Taliban, which we covered in another video, $500,000 to expand atheism in Nepal. I mean, what's all that about? Why donate money to spread atheism in Nepal? Would they dare to do that in Afghanistan or some Islamic country? And there's more spending on crap like that. The Peruvian Transcomic Book Program received $32,000 under former Secretary of State Antony Blinken, according to federal documents that have been released. And we don't even know if the comic book even got published. So let's look at the projects that the USAID has been funding, understand its agenda, and then ask, is it just a coincidence that the BBC has become one of the most aggressively woke media organisations in the world? Is it a coincidence that the BBC relentlessly pushes gender ideology, enforces speech codes and punishes dissenting voices by cancelling them while being bankrolled by an organisation that prioritises these exact same ideological goals? The BBC has responded to the disclosure in response to these concerns and said, "We operate independently from our donors, including USAID, and we do not accept funding where it would compromise our editorial integrity. We work to support the development of free and independent media around the world, often in challenging environments, and USAID funding is a small proportion of our overall income." But here's the real question. Why would USAID give money to BBC Media Action in the first place? What's in it for them? And had the BBC disclosed this until now? I don't really know, to be honest with you. I've never heard of it. We're not talking about charity here. USAID doesn't just hand out money for fun. It funds programs that align with its political objectives. So if the BBC is receiving US aid money, then it's legitimate to ask, is it in exchange for aligning with the Biden and Obama government's radical identity politics agenda and woke politics? Think about it. Why else would a British broadcaster be so obsessively committed to pushing ideas with licence fee money like unconscious bias training, enforcing gender quotas, or rewriting the English language to accommodate the latest woke trends? Is this just ideological zealotry, or is it also financially motivated? Is there other fundings that we're not aware of that are compromising the BBC's editorial policies? Let's be real, if the BBC truly wants to claim independence, it needs to stop taking money from foreign governments, whether US or other governments. And I hope they're not taking money from Qatar, but who knows, maybe they are, and we don't know. And if USAID's funding explains why the BBC has gone full woke, or has influenced it in any way, the British public deserves to know, don't you think? Don't you agree with me? If it wants to impose licence fees on the public, then the public must have a say as to where other fundings can come from. Otherwise, it's not just a state broadcaster, it's a bought and paid for propaganda machine for whoever funds it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and please press subscribe button. I'm almost 10,000 subscribers. It will be a milestone early in the year if I reach 10,000 subscribers. Thank you.